Hi, and welcome to the Science of Womanhood. Join me on our journey to embrace our femininity and become the women we are meant to be. I wanted to talk to you today about gratitude, mostly because I need this reminder right now. And I'm assuming that if I need this reminder, then maybe some of you do too. Gratitude changed my life. I have struggled with anxiety and depression since I was a teenager, and before I started a gratitude practice, I had panic attacks regularly, multiple times a week, multiple times a month, almost every week. And that's not even including the depression that I have always struggled with and the anxiety. I started stumbling upon articles about how gratitude can change the neural pathways in your brain, and you can cure depression depending on, I'm not saying all depression, I am not a medical doctor, do not take this as medical advice. I'm telling my story and my own personal experience. These are the articles I was reading. I was seeing these things, and those were the titles, the clickbait titles of like cure depression and things like that I was seeing. And after seeing them over and over again, I finally decided that I didn't have anything to lose but to try a gratitude practice. I had been hearing about it from different online people, and there's all these different programs or ways that people had said to do it. The way I decided to do it was I chose 5 things each day, specific things. It wasn't vague things. It wasn't, oh, I'm thankful for my husband, or I'm thankful for my kids, or I'm thankful for my dog, or I'm thankful for my job. No, it was, I'm grateful that my son helped me with recording this video. I'm grateful that my husband loves to play with our kids. Specific, and not just I love to play with my kids, but was reading a book to them earlier today, or something like that. Very specific, very tangible, and from today. Now, you can do it at night for the day, you could do it in the morning from the day before, but it needs to be a very short window of time and very specific things. Also, it should stretch you a little bit. 5 was really hard for me, and it should be a little hard for you. 5 might be easy for you, and if 5's easy for you, then I pushed you to go to 10. But remember, specific, not vague. Not 5 vague things, 5 specific things. If 5 is too hard and it makes you start to feel despair or like you can't do it, go to 3. Until you have been able to do 3 for a while, then try to push yourself to 5 again. This is not about having the right amount of number. This isn't about being perfectionism. This is about growth and pushing ourselves a little bit to do something that is hard, but will change your life. And I can tell you that it will change your life because it changed mine. I went from having panic attacks regularly. I went from being anxious all the time and depressed all the time to joyful. I haven't had a panic attack in, I don't know, years. Long time. I don't remember the last time I had a panic attack. And that is God's grace, because he gave this to me. Because he gave us gratitude. It's about taking captive the thoughts in our mind and choosing gratitude. It's about rejoicing in the things we have, even in the hardships. Another story I can tell you about gratitude and how it has saved me is I had a child who was born with a rare medical condition called gastroparesis, which means her intestines were outside of her body. And she was in the NICU for a month. And even in that season of very hard, with a very sick kid, I practiced gratitude then. And it changed the way I looked at things. After she came back, getting into the rhythm of life, things were hard. The last year has been hard, and I fell off my gratitude practice, and I can see that right now in my attitude and in my outlook on life, and I need to change that. And so I'm challenging myself to start practicing my gratitude practice again, and I'm challenging you to join me. I have some recommendations for how to do it. You can do it however you want to do it. Find a way that works for you. This is how I do it. This is why I do it that way, and why I recommend doing it that way. I physically write it out in a notebook. It doesn't need to be a fancy notebook. It can just be, I recommend a notebook because it's nice to show progress, but it can be a random piece of paper. The point is to write it down. You don't have to go back to it. I rarely / never go back to it. Physically writing it down does something in your brain that's different than typing it on your phone or just thinking it to yourself. And one of my kids was about to join me out here. And so physically writing it out brings those layers in your brain. You could do one better if you can find an accountability partner that you could speak them out loud to. That is so good. It's good to hear it out loud. It's good to speak it off your tongue. If you want to really go the extra level, which I never do, but I should, is you do all of those. So you find someone to speak it out loud to and you write it down. That is my challenge. Find a gratitude practice and start doing it and see how the beginning of your year looks after you've implemented a gratitude practice. Feel free to comment some gratitudes below or tag me in them. I do have an Instagram, which I'm debating if I should post some gratitudes on there or not, but you can tag me there. So I wish you the best of luck, and I will see you in the gratitudes. Feel free to like and subscribe and hit the alert if you want to be notified the next time that I release a video. Thanks for listening.